Okay, so my name's Richard March. I used to play in a band called Pop Wil Eat Itself, and I play in a band called Bentley Rhythm Ace. And I currently play in a
Hold on a minute, and you were in EMF for a little bit.
And EMF for a little bit. But I'm here to talk about a band I'm currently playing in with my friend Brian, which is called the Major Toms, and we're doing a show down here at Bass Studios on the 7th of October, which is a week on Friday.
That's right.
What can you tell us about the Major Toms, Brian?
Major Tom's okay. Well, a singer, Owen. He lives in New York. He's a New York resident. He flies over to sing lead in the band. We also have a backup, a substitute lead singer, George Davis. And in the band there's Tim Fenton, Keith York, incredible Keith York, good drummer. Tim Fenton from Sealand, incredible player. Andy Powell, Maggie Smythe, I'm back in vocals.
And Dave Robertson
on keyboards, who's known as the Android, most affectionately, because he's an incredible musical mind. He's one of those guys who doesn't have to think about it too much. He can just do it.
Yeah.
And I'm Brian Travers from UB40, and I play saxophone. And we play these songs, they're all written in the 70s and stuff, and it might seem like it's a cover band. Well, no, it's not. We're doing recitals of classic rock music.
So Owen asked us to do a gig about a year and a half ago because it was coming over for his 50th birthday, and we enjoyed it so much that it almost became like a social event.
Absolutely.
So we carried on rehearsing, and we realised that we could do some more shows, and also because everybody in the band is like working as professional musicians anyway, we thought, well, what else can we do with this band? So one of the things we're doing at Bass Studios, we're doing a little charity show for a charity called Nordoff Robbins, which is a music-based charity. And it all ties in with a project that myself and a guy called Alex Griffin, who you may remember from a band called Ned's Atomic Dustbin, are trying to set up with Warren here at Bass Studios. And the idea is that in conjunction with Halzane College, where myself and Alex both work as music lecturers, we're going to set up a youth music project for kids who are excluded from school or from poor backgrounds or got learning disabilities, just people who aren't being catered for in the general mainstream education system. And the idea is to approach music so they get a qualification at the end of it, but doing it in a less formal environment so that they come along there and they're enjoying themselves and getting the idea that you can make a career out of the entertainment industry. It's something that myself and Brian have both been very lucky to be able to do.
Incredibly lucky, yeah. And I think there's a good point in all this. So when these kids get sidelined, and they really get pushed to the outskirts, and their openings and opportunities get less and less. And what I love about Richard's idea for this project is if these guys get a chance to find out if they have any creativity inside them, and I'm a believer in everybody's got a novel in them, everybody's got a symphony hidden deep inside them somewhere. Most people just don't get a chance to play that first note. And I know if I use my experiences, I grew up in the inner city in Balsall Heath in the middle of Birmingham. I hadn't seen a lot of instruments before I started becoming a musician. I certainly didn't know how to blow a saxophone. I didn't know how to tune a guitar. And I think a lot of young people, when they can't instantly play a great chord or play a lead line on a guitar, think, oh, I can't play a guitar, I'm tone deaf, me. Well, there's nobody in this world that's ever been able to pick up a musical instrument and play it straight away. And the thing about this is there's only 12 notes. And I know if me and him get hold of a few of these kids, within half an hour we can show them something that they've got inside them. And on the basis of nothing succeeds like success, if you can make yourself feel good, that's probably one of the greatest inspirations and motivations you need to push on further. And music is our culture. It's a huge part of our culture, a huge part of all of us. Yeah. It's very rare that somebody doesn't like music. I mean, there are people out there that do. But I know, even if you can't be the best musician in the world, you can't have a #1 record, you can be inspired by music. It can motivate you to finding out about yourself and being something else. And just, as Mao said, the 1,000-mile journey begins with the first step. And if this is a first step in a positive direction of inclusion with these guys, well, great, job done in a way.
Absolutely.
Because you can't teach somebody how to be a great musician. If they've got it in them, they'll find it once you've started that ball rolling. And I believe in music as it cures a lot of ills, and it's saved my life.
Absolutely. Mine too.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So it's the idea of the project is that we're going to get some kids down here and we're going to be working on developing their skills as musicians, but also, I mean, we've got a fantastic facility here. We've got recording studios, we've got all the lighting and sound equipment, video equipment, so all kinds of elements of performance and production within the creative arts sector.
Sure.
We'll be giving these kids an opportunity to have a go at developing some of those skills. So the idea is the gig is on Friday the 7th, the Major Toms. It's an all-star band. We're playing classic David Bowie and Roxy music, which is kind
fantastic.
It's the soundtrack to our youth.
It is really, yeah.
And you know, when we got the band together, it was so much fun because we thought we knew all these songs off by heart because we'd heard them so many times until we sat there and tried to play them, and it's like, oh, he's quite a good songwriter. That
And you,
David Bowie, isn't he?
and yes, and you realise how very good, how excellent these guys were at writing songs. One of the songs had about 27 different chords in.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's
now
only 12 notes in there to go.
Well, there is only 12 notes. There is, sure, but their arrangements are incredibly complex. There were no drum machines. Not that I love drum machines, but there weren't any in this. And you played the stuff, and for us, it's a real great exercise in just playing music and having to think outside of our own boxes. Where, you know, we've been in bands playing the same song for many years. It's what happens if you're in a band that you have a hit record. You play that record forever. Unfortunately, you'd be fortunate. You've had 50, top 20 records, and it's a nightmare. You can't get to play any new music because you know yourself. You had loads of hits.
So we'll just play somebody else's.
So we'll play somebody else's hits in reference to. But I think all that 70s stuff is getting kind of voguey now as well, and hip for young people. They're starting to look for stuff they haven't heard a great deal of, and
I'll definitely see that at college. But the idea is, if you like good music, come and have a look. If you're interested in what we're trying to set up with the young people in Stourbridge, come and have a look and see the kind of great facilities that we've got available here. You can have a chat to us about what we're trying to set up and what we're trying to achieve. But most of all, we're just trying to raise awareness, letting people know that there are people out there who do care about young people in the local area.
Well done, Rich.
And we're doing, you know, we're trying to do something positive for the kids in the area.
That's it.
Raise some awareness and raise some money for a great charity at the same time.
as well as have a great time ourselves playing music. I mean, it really is its own reward. So it's double good. You know, well done. I'm really happy about it. Can't wait. And Base Studios, I know all about the guys. We've done interviews before, but it's the first time I've come here. It's Rufford Road in Stourbridge, on the industrial estate. I know we can make loads of noise. It's not going to bother anybody on the night, which is great. We'll have it all at number 11. But what a great facility this is. I didn't realise. We're sitting in the gig room now, in the venue part, which is incredible. Lighting rigs and everything. But the studio's here, and as Richard said, and film, video editing, and great, man. Come and check it out, please. Come and watch me play a boo-boo.